to earn from them. You knew the salary. Kuna mtu ambaye hakujua mshahara ile ambaye atakuwa akipata akiwa mheshimiwa. Huwezi kuja sasa ubadilishe katikati. Hapana. No. Munipende, munisipende, mimi sijali. Lakini hiyo we are not on the same page. Yeah? And I wish they would drop that agenda. And I also call, even as we wait for the Supreme Court, I call on my brother Raila. Tafadhali hata wewe pahali ulipo, hata wewe simame useme koti kiruli in your favor, hata wewe hutakubali. Yeah.
And the United States of America says it has no preferred presidential candidate in the just concluded general election, and neither does it have a preferred outcome on the petition filed by NASA before the Supreme Court. Speaking today at the annual Law Society of Kenya conference in Diani, Kwale County, U.S. Ambassador to Kenya Robert Godek said the case must be given an independent and transparent review by the court based solely on evidence provided. In a speech delivered by Justice Kihara Kariuki, Chief Justice David Maraga reiterated that the judiciary is not the least of the three arms of government, insisting that it has equal stature, just like the executive and the legislative arms of government. The two-day conference will focus on safeguarding the rule of law and democratic rights.
I want to stress at the outset, as I've done so often in the past, that the United States has no preferred candidate in Kenya's presidential election. And likewise, we have no preferred outcome with respect to the case before the court. Our only goal is to help guarantee the right of the Kenyan people to choose their own leaders freely and fairly. We seek only to defend democracy and protect the democratic process. And with the IEBC having done its work conducting elections on August 8th, now the Supreme Court must adjudicate the case before it, based solely on the evidence and the law. And the case must be given a full, transparent, and independent review by the court.
We, as the judiciary, are not the third arm of government, but one of the three arms of government with equal stature and grit as the other two.
The judiciary thus stands in the uncomfortable position of vulnerably between an executive that wields the coercive force of the state, the sword, and a parliament that holds budgetary allocations.
A fundamental distinction has to be drawn between rule by law, where law is an instrument of government and government is considered above the law, and rule of law, which implies that everyone in society is bound by the law.
And following the move by government to ban plastics by the 28th of August, some plastic factories have begun closing down. One of those companies which closed down yesterday is World Plastic Limited in Limuru, Kiambu County. According to the owners of this company, which has more than 500 workers, they could not afford to pay them because they are not selling any products. They also said that they have incurred a loss of more than 1 million shillings since the ban because the machines they were using to make plastics cannot be used for any other way. They pleaded with the government to give them more time to enable them to pay back bank debts since they had not been prepared to close their company within the short period.
Kitu inaenda kwa koti, inaendelea na koti. Sasa imekuja imefika mahali sasa tumeshindwa tufanye namna gani? Maana kazi tunaenda tu kama inarudi chini.
These are people who have been working for this company for the last 3 years, and it was not easy to tell them to go home. But since the company didn't have any other choice other than to give them notice letters, that's what actually we've done. And even me, as I'm standing now today, I am going home.
And residents of Aresoro area in Lonyek, Laikipia North are protesting what they term as police killings of over 40 cows. They say police officers are decimating livestock under the guise of an ongoing operation to get rid of illegal grazers and bandits in Laikipia, which they say has caused starvation.
Women and children walking to unknown destination. They are fleeing what they term as police brutality. They say police truck in Aresoro area killed livestock and burned their houses.
Kila mtu kidogo hata ile kidogo tunatoroka. Na maana hiyo risasi nalia tu. Hakuna sina tembea tu na uchua hata pali naenda. Nilikuwa naishi Takuleti na mali ameisha. Kwa hapo Takuleti. Hakuna sasa pali nyingine sasa ili ajui najua ataenda pande gani. Sisi natanga tu.
Over 40 cows were killed by police according to area residents. Some cows are slowly dying due to injuries. Lactating women and children are facing starvation. Their primary source of food is getting killed.
Ng'ombe na malizika. Ile alibakizwa na kiangazi. Haya watu naumia tena sasa na kitu kukula. Kulala msitoni tu watu nakonjeka. Hakuna sasa bali utaenda hospitali utaendia wapi na iko msitoni.
The community has appealed to local leaders to come to their aid and stop the killing of livestock. The police operation has caused an outcry in Laikipia North, with women spending nights in the bush. The police operation was meant to get rid of illegal grazers and bandits in Laikipia, according to police sources. Halima Gongo, NTV.
And police have impounded Bang with a street value of 3 million shillings in Kiamaina, Nakuru County. One person was arrested in the early morning raid after police were informed by members of the public about the packaging and sale of the drug in the area. Police say the Bang is deemed to have originated from Tanzania but was being packaged and sold in Nakuru and other parts of the country. The owner of the stash has not been arrested, with police saying they are following leads to ensure that those behind the racket are apprehended.
I want to commend the members of the public because they have embraced the spirit of community policing, and we have been able. It is the spirit of community policing that has enabled us to nab this big consignment of Bang. So we encourage members of the public to cooperate with us, and they give us information. We are ready to act. And I believe we have got a new crop of officers who do not compromise anything. They are ready to serve the people of this great country, this great sub-county.
And businesses can reduce their power costs by buying solar power facilities through a new financing plan. The arrangement follows a new deal by solar specialist Solar Century and energy investors Cross Boundary Energy. In this arrangement, the firms that take up this plan will be offered a power purchase agreement or lease, which is said to be more affordable than what is offered by power distributor Kenya Power. Well, Solar Century says that businesses stand to make savings from day one with no investment required, but also have a portion of their power bills being an investment in their future. Once the PPA expires, the business owner owns the solar PV plant, and all power from that solar plant is effectively free. This moves in step with the push to grow use of green energy. And in sports, UEFA launched a new Equal Game campaign to promote equality in the sport on Wednesday in Monaco. Manchester United's Paul Pogba endorsed the campaign from his seat on the panel alongside UEFA President Alexander Ceferin. The campaign hopes to help fight any discrimination in the sport, promoting the game for all people, including the elderly and the disabled.
European football is more diverse, multicultural.
Thanks for watching. I'm Victoria Rubadiri. More news coming your way at 7 on NTV Joni and at 9 on NTV Tonight. Stay tuned for that.